Hey everyone, it's Zahara Stars with Astrology doing another transit video with Saturn. And this one I'm going to be talking about Saturn's transit through the 9th house. Saturn is the ruler of the 10th house. That is the house of the father. And in astrology, he's known as the stern, strict father. Doesn't settle for any excuses. You got to do the work. He rules over convention, tradition, law and order, government. The 9th house is Jupiter's house, and it's about politics, long distance travel, philosophies, belief systems, religion, other nationalities, other languages, traveling, seeing the world at large. It's about expanding your horizons through experience. It's also about higher learning, higher education, all those things, your belief systems. So when Saturn transits this house, you're looking at a more serious, conventional approach to these areas. Saturn is the ringed planet. That's about restrictions, blockages, and limitations. So in some cases, you can experience restrictions, blockages, or limitations in pursuing higher academics, traveling, travel plans, long distance travel plans, and things like that. In some cases, it all depends, because Saturn presents these restrictions and blockages to make you have to work harder and try harder. Everything with Saturn is about you work for everything that you get. There's no handouts in life. Not according to Saturn. He's tough love to the maximum potential. Okay, so Saturn being serious, he gives us this very serious, critical lens to look through. Very critical, okay, because Saturn's about refinement and perfection also. So in terms of your academics, in terms of your learning, in terms of like wanting to go back to school, a lot of people go back to school and further their education during this time period because Saturn makes you feel like you need to. Saturn makes you want to go to the best school, to the best everything. Or even if it's not going to the best school, it's to learn more, to learn the truth behind things. Because Saturn is the lens that shows you what's wrong with everything. So in the area of politics, you can suddenly become very aware of what's wrong in politics. In the area of education, you could become very aware of what's wrong with the educational system. In the area of other foreign cultures and foreign matters, you can become aware of what's wrong in international relations, things like that. And you may want to apply yourself to do something about it. You may want to research more about it, learn more about it, whatever it is. You're going to want to expand your knowledge. You're going to become aware of what's wrong. You're going to want to learn more about politics. You're going to want to further your education. But there may be challenges in the midst of it because Saturn wants you to have to work hard for it. That's his philosophy. So let's say you want to go plan a trip during this time period. You're going to have to make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's to the ultimate potential of doing so. Don't plan during Mercury retrograde, because there can be delays. Things can come up. Like let's say you plan a trip and all of a sudden your school calls through and they say you've been accepted, or something that can block one or the other, but it's usually to put you on the right track of matters of importance, because that's what Saturn is about. It's about matters of importance. And especially transiting the 9th house of law, politics, government, like I said, philosophy, your beliefs, religion, tradition, all that stuff, you're going to be reevaluating, looking into, and have a very serious approach to all these areas. You're going to reevaluate your philosophy, reevaluate your belief systems, reevaluate your political place. I mean, a lot of things, because Saturn is going to make you put a serious focus on this area, and you're going to become very serious in these matters. So you can start, if you're somebody that never paid attention to politics before, you just find yourself suddenly drawn and interested in it. Or law, learning about the legal system and the government and stuff like that, or learning about other cultures, other religions. other philosophies, just in general. It's all about expanding your horizons and learning through experience and learning. And so Saturn being the great teacher, this is an excellent time to really learn a lot. You're going to really absorb information a lot. You're going to have a strong interest in things. It's a really good time to learn new subjects, to really dive in deep to conspiracy, whatever it is, just all these things to find the truth. Because Jupiter's house is Sagittarius house, which is I seek. And Saturn is I refine and I perfect. And I have a traditional view on things. So you can become more traditional in your views as well during this time period. So the 9th house is actually a pretty pleasant house to have Saturn transit through compared to some of the other houses. It's kind of a good place, especially if you want to further your education, especially if you want to get into law, if you want to get into politics or things like that, or if you want to travel the world even. But like I said, it's just because he shows you the flaws, he perfects and refines, he puts blockages and restrictions, a lot of different things that occur. But overall, at the end of the day, you find out that he left you the greatest gift ever, and that is that you furthered that area, those areas of that house. You became more refined, more intelligent, more wiser, more learned. So overall, it's a really good transit. And Saturn transiting there is actually a pretty good place for him because he takes it serious, and that's kind of a serious house. So it's one of the better houses to have Saturn transiting through. So I hope that you guys found this helpful in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure I probably forgot something, but if I did, I will do a second video, a continuation. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and don't forget to click the bell to get notified of my uploads as they come, because I'm going to be doing a lot more astrology videos. I'm doing a whole series of them right now on Saturn. I've done some earlier, but I'm continuing them now. And I'm going to be doing a lot more on all the other planets, a lot of synastry stuff as well. So do subscribe, do click the bell to get notified. If you'd like your own personal reading, you can visit my site at www.illumastrology.com. Otherwise, until next time.